What's up, YouTube? I was scrolling social media over the weekend and I saw a headline news about 4 people being shot over the weekend for the Wisconsin gun opener. And I figured that's something we need to discuss.
Yeah, you know, I saw that headline too, and honestly, I was kind of appalled by it. You know, I've been hunting Wisconsin gun deer since I was 12 years old. I'm 31 now, and I can't ever remember a year where I saw a headline saying that 4 people had been shot. In fact, there's a lot of years where there's no incidents at all. And you know, as hunters, we kind of pride ourselves on that. So it's pretty sad to see that people were so negligent or so careless that we had 4 people get shot, you know, out in the woods trying to do something they love doing.
So, you know, guys, me and Jason were kind of discussing this, and you know, one thing we noticed is you scroll YouTube and you find 80+ videos about food plots, but you find none about gun safety.
You know, we know that guys, like, safety is not fun to talk about. No one likes safety meetings at work. No one wants to talk about safety. But guys, when you're doing things and you're holding a firearm, safety, it needs to be a priority. It needs to be something that's discussed, you know, more often than putting a plant in the ground. So it's just upsetting to see that, you know, we're not focusing more on that. And I think even here on the TIDEWE channel, you know, we're going to make more of a focus on that next season when it comes to tree stand safety, gun safety. I mean, all that sort of stuff is really important. You want to make sure that you survive so you can continue to do what you love and you're there for your family. You know, guys, you know, when you're a youngster or, you know, even when you get a bit older, it's always required that if you're going to go out and hunt on your own, you have to go through a hunter's safety course. And these courses are designed to make sure that when you go out there that you're not shooting someone or you're not getting shot. You know, so like, what were some of those things that you learned, Andy, at first when you first started hunting?
You know, my dad always passed down to me, number 1, your finger is never on the trigger unless you're ready to shoot. Number 2 was always make sure that what's your target and what's beyond it. You know, so those are the biggest things that I live by when I have a gun in the woods. What about you?
I think the big thing about the target and beyond actually is probably one of the scenarios that happened this past weekend, because one of the scenarios is a guy was shooting at a deer that was running, and he ended up shooting a woman in the hand while he was shooting at that deer. You know, had he taken the time to identify his target and know what was beyond or around his target, he probably would have never made that mistake and pulled the trigger. For me, I would say my number 1 thing that I was always taught, besides the knowing your target and beyond, was just muzzle awareness, you know, and treating every gun as if it's loaded. And if you do that and you practice that, you're never going to hurt someone, because every time you pick up a gun, your first thought is, this gun is loaded. I need to be careful. My muzzle always needs to be pointed in a safe direction.
I like that, Jason. I like that.
So that's a really important one. You know, I don't know if it's, you know, the spread of social media and how easy access, you know, information is now, but I seem to see more and more every year about falling out of a tree stand or someone getting shot or falling off your ladder as you're climbing in. You know, there's just so many safety incidents that are coming up in hunting. And I'm just curious what you guys, as the viewers, what do you think? Is safety something that when you're walking out in the woods that it's the top of your mind and you're always focused on it? Or is it something that sometimes takes a back seat because you're so focused on the fun and the enjoyment of what you're doing? So why don't you guys leave some comments below and let us know what some of your safety tips are for the woods, and maybe it'll help some of the viewers that take a look at this video and read the comments.
All right, so guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, head on up, hit that subscribe button, and good luck this season in the woods.
Make sure you guys are being safe and always keep safety top of mind.